Hi everyone, today my topic is on a comparison between pseudo class 3 and true class 3. Not every class 3 is a real class 3. Let's break down the difference between true class 3 and pseudo class 3. True class 3 is a skeletal malocclusion which is caused by retrogradic maxilla, prognathic mandible or a combination of both. It is a bone discrepancy, not just a teeth problem. So this can be treated by growth modification or orthodontic surgery if needed. Pseudo class 3 is a functional forward shift of the mandible. Pseudo class 3 is also known as habitual class 3, postural class 3, compulsive prognatic occlusion or a functional class 3. It is caused due to occlusal prematurities when the mandible moves from rest position to occlusion. It slides forward into a pseudo class 3 position. Here the patient shows a normal molar relationship in rest position, but in centric occlusion they show a class 3 relation. The cephalogram in both rest position and occlusion helps to differentiate between pseudo class 3 and true. Coming to the comparative analysis of pseudo class 3 and true class 3. In pseudo class 3, it is a normal class 1 skeletal base, whereas in true class 3, it has a class 3 skeletal base. Now in rest position, the pseudo class 3, it has a class 1 molar relationship, whereas in true class 3, it has a class 3 molar relationship. Now in pseudo class 3, it is associated with functional interferences when mandible moves from rest position to occlusion, whereas in true class 3, it is not associated with any functional interferences. Now in pseudo class 3, path of closure is upwards and forwards up to initial contact and then forwards, whereas in true class 3, the path of closure is upwards and frontwards throughout. Now in pseudo class 3, it is usually associated with a deep bite, whereas in true class 3, varying overbite is present. In pseudo class 3, there is overclosure of mandible, and in true class 3, there may or may not be associated with overclosure of mandible. In pseudo class 3, there is a large freeway space, whereas in true class 3, it is not associated with large freeway space. In pseudo class 3, there is a shift from class 1 to class 3 molar relationship as the mandible closes in centric occlusion, whereas in true class 3, it is class 3 in centric occlusion. Now in pseudo class 3, the patient can move the mandible backwards to edge or normal overbite, whereas in true class 3, the patient cannot move mandible backward to edge. Now in pseudo class 3, the maxillary arch may be constructed, and true class 3, it is a well-developed maxillary arch. In pseudo class 3, there is a postural relationship due to reflex mandibular protraction. In true class 3, it is there is a skeletal dysplasia involving mandibular hypertrophy. In pseudo class 3, the profile of the patient improves as the mandible drops from centric to rest position, whereas in true class 3, there is no improvement of the profile. So, before diagnosing a patient as class 3, always guide the patient into centric relation, because sometimes it's not a skeletal problem, it's a functional shift. Thank you.